Hey guys, we are back again for another amazing episode here. And today I want to dive in, like, it's New Year's Eve. And I want to really dive into reflection, reset, renew, whatever it may be, some lessons from this past year, and then things to set yourself up. Because, like, this is the time of the year that you're either setting those New Year's goals. Maybe you have already been doing it, but a lot of people are making those goals and it's like January is the month. But such a huge percentage of people don't ever make it through their goals. And within, like, towards the end of January into February, you've already given up on the things that, like, with the gym, for example. Like, most people want to start like the gym in January and they're like, all right, new year, new me. But I want you to think about things a little bit differently this year. But this is a great time of the year, and I just want to do some reflecting. And first of all, I just want to share my deepest gratitude to all of you guys that are supporters of the show. And it means so much to me for those of you that are listening. And when you are listening and you love the episode, please leave a review on the episode. Let me know how you're liking it and share it with your friends and your family and share it with anybody that you think that, if it's an episode that you resonate with and you think it's something that could be helpful for someone, like, please share it with them. Share it on your socials and tag me so I know that you're listening. Really, really means so much. So I just want to give my gratitude because it's such a blessing for me to come on here and share the knowledge that I have, but also share my heart. And I really want this to be a place of me sharing the knowledge, but also sharing my heart and inspire you guys to make changes because every single person on this planet gets to decide at one point in time. You have the ability to decide that you want something different in your life and you can make that change. And sometimes it's the smallest things that you need to shift, and other times it's big things. But remember, the small changes are what lead to the big ones. And so I want you to just really think about that as you're preparing for this new year. This has been such a crazy year for me. Like, I probably traveled more this year than I ever have in my life. I think there was only maybe 1 or 2 months out of the entire year that I didn't travel somewhere. And most of those trips were some kind of work trip. I was flying somewhere for work. I had either an interview or a business trip, and there was some pleasure mixed in there as well, but not very much. It was primarily work. And so I'm so incredibly grateful that I get to do that. But also, like, it's just in like the last few weeks, I've kind of decided that the year of 2025, as much as I love traveling, like, it's one of my love languages. I love traveling. Such a fun thing for me, and I like to go to new places and see new things. But it can also be very taxing if you do it often, because traveling and flying and being in airplanes can be really taxing on your immune system and on your body. I just decided that 2025, I'm not going to travel as much. And that's my goal because I have big, big goals for my business and also for personal life. But I'll share in a little bit, like, what my goal is for Undiet, like my company, like what the goal is with that. And I'll share that. But there's just been, like, if I kind of do a recap of all the things that sort of happened this year, like, I filmed 4 different types of documentaries. One documentary was early in the year, and that one was so fun. And then the other ones were more interview style, although I do have 2 more coming out. If you're listening to this later in the year or earlier in the year, they might already be out. But that's such a fun thing for me to do because my mission in life is to be able to not only share my story and where I'm from and how I got to where I'm at, but to inspire. When I wrote my book, Amish Renegade, I said to myself, like, I'm not going to write a book unless it changes people's life. It has to inspire people, it has to help people, and it has to make people want to change something in their lives. Yes, the story is inspiring, all of that. But at the end of the day, I want you to take action. And so I want to talk to you guys about that today, is like, what does that action look like for you? And I want you to take a moment to reflect on this year. And if you think about where you were at the beginning of the year and where you are at now, did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish this year? Where did you fall off? Where did you fall short? Where did you let things go? Like I talk about structure all the time, order all the time, talk about setting goals, but to me, just setting goals isn't enough. You have to have an action plan behind those goals. And what is that action plan? And is that action plan structured out? Is it something that is achievable as well? Like you want to push yourself, but you also want to make sure that's also realistic. So set those goals, but set the action plan behind. And then behind that action plan, you have to have execution. All right, friends, let's talk about something that's a little uncomfortable but super important: parasites. Yup, those unwanted guests in our bodies that can mess with our energy, digestion, and throw off our internal system. Now, most of us don't think about doing a parasite cleanse, but the truth is, these pesky little things are more common than we'd like to think, and they can lead to all kinds of symptoms that many people just live with, thinking they're normal. Now, it's not a matter of not having parasites at all. Rather, it's about how many do you have and what havoc are they creating internally. That's why I'm excited to share the Roger Hood Super Purify Kit with you. It's a comprehensive, all natural kit that helps rid your body of parasites gently and effectively. I like to say this is white pant approved. It's easy to use, and it's a great way to reset and support your health from the inside out. Because let's be real, detoxing isn't just a trend, it's a way to help our bodies function better. The reason I love the Super Purify Kit for myself and my clients so much is it doesn't just touch on parasites. This kit includes a heavy metal flush, a candida detox, a binder which is very much needed, and a red artist tincture designed to support your gut and your organs as you are detoxing. So if you've been feeling sluggish, bloated, or just not quite like yourself, it might be time to give parasite detoxing a try. Grab the Roger Hood Super Purify Kit and start taking charge of your health, and see what a difference it makes when you clear out what shouldn't be there in the first place. Go to www.rogershood.com/REF/8. This link will automatically apply a 10% off discount code for you. If that doesn't work, you can also apply Lizzie 10. Again, that is www.rogershood.com/REF/8. You can also find this link in the show notes. So think about that as you're reflecting. But I also like to talk more about setting intentions. Like, what's the difference between a resolution and an intention? So, a resolution that's tied in with the goals is like, oh, it's my New Year's resolution. Nothing wrong with setting resolutions. But what's the intention behind that? Everything is about the intention. The intention of, for example, like when you post something out on social media, for those of you that are entrepreneurs and like you share things, what's the intention behind what you are sharing? Because the intention is everything. So when you think about how you want to go into this next year and what you want to do in 2025, I want you to think about intentions. What are your intentions behind your goals? Why is it important to you? And then how are you going to do that? What your mindset is around your intentions. Identify what your habits are. And then you want to think about how will you reset that? Because if you are not where you want to be, like if you set those goals and resolutions at the beginning of 2024 and now you're at the end of 2024 and you're like, well, I didn't get near where I wanted to be. What was your mindset behind it? And did your habits support what your original goal was? So the same idea is like I had a pretty hard conversation with a client of mine where everything was kind of chaotic and she's like, I don't have enough time to do these things and it's overwhelming. And I asked her a very hard question. I said, are the things that you're doing right now, the habits that you're building and the habits that you're implementing, are those habits the things that that are supporting and will support your health in the long run? And the answer was yes. Okay. So the next question is, why does it feel overwhelming? Why does it feel too much? Like there's something else going on. Either you're resisting it or there's something else. And so what it all boiled down to is that yes, it was what she wanted to be implementing and it was what she needed to be implementing because what she was doing before wasn't working and that's why she's working with me. There was so much chaos in her life that she didn't have boundaries in place with the people and the family and her work. She didn't have the boundaries in place and she didn't have structure. And when you don't have structure, you have chaos. If you think you're someone that thrives off of chaos, you should probably reevaluate your mindset around that because you're not effective in the long run if you think that you thrive off of chaos. Now, some people like to create chaos because they feel like that's what they thrive in and they don't know what to do if it's not chaotic. Well, that's an insecurity that you're not comfortable just being. And if you're not comfortable just being, that's an inner problem. Like that's a problem inside that you need to address and maybe get help with. Like getting help with addressing that. If you don't know how, hire someone to help you with that. I go very deep on that stuff with my clients. Like, we don't just talk about health and nutrition and exercise and sleep. Every single client of mine will tell you that the most transformative and hardest work that they do is the inner work that they do. Because at the end of the day, if you don't heal the inner health and you don't go internally to get to know yourself better and you heal those parts of you, all the things that you're doing for your health aren't going to matter because you're going to circle back a year from now, 2 years from now, because those habits have not been broken and you haven't broken that merry-go-round that you're on. Hey guys, if you have really been debating whether or not you should do a parasite cleanse, here is your sign. Parasites can really be an underlying root cause issue for health issues like thyroid issues, hormone issues, gut issues, skin issues. Even in kiddos, it can cause delayed development in speech. I've had this happen with customers that have used it and their kids started to talk again. And so if you have not done a parasite cleanse, but you live with pets or you live on a farm, you eat meat, especially pork and fish, you need to do a parasite cleanse. I highly suggest that. And it's amazing what can happen once you do this. And everybody should be doing it at least twice a year minimum. You get 10% off the Roger Hood Purify Kit. Go to www.rogershood.com/ref/8 and you'll get 10% off your Purify Kit. I like the Super Purify Kit and I like to use it with the Gutty, the 3-day Gutty to prepare myself, and the fulvic foot soak is a really good option as well, and that will get you 10% off your order. So always keep that in mind. What are your intentions behind your resolutions and your goals? What's that intention? So create realistic goals. And when you want to think about, if you're thinking about your health and what you want for your wellness, like what do you want that to look like 6 months from now, a year from now, so on and so forth. It's really important to look at things and commit to things for the long term over quick fixes. What do I mean by that? If you want to look at your life and you say, okay, I want to lose X amount of weight. I want to start going to the gym. I want to do these things. But you're only doing it for short term. And if you're doing it in a way that you know is not sustainable long term, you're going to stop. You're going to find yourself back at ground zero. And you're going to be like, well, where do I go now? And that is where the vicious cycle of quick fixes comes in, is that you aren't doing things for the long run. And so I'm very clear every time I work with someone, I'm very clear up front. I tell them, listen, it's going to take time. You didn't get here in 3 months, 6 months, or a year. You got here from treating your body with bad foods and bad habits year after year after year. unintentionally. Sometimes people know that they're doing it, but unintentionally sometimes because we don't know what we don't know. And so we can't expect to jump into something and in 3 months, 6 months, or a year be exactly where we want to be, like what our ultimate goal is. Remember, wellness is like a pendulum that swings. There is no destination, there is no end goal. Wellness is a goal that you continue to improve. Like even me, after being in the wellness industry for 10 to 15 years, I still evolve. I still implement new things. The foundation is consistently the same, making sure I'm getting the right foods in, getting sleep, all of that stuff. But I still evolve over time because your body changes. And so make sure that you're doing things for the long run and not just short term quick fixes. You want to start small. Start with small things like 1 to 2 things a week that you start implementing. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some things that I'm going to be introducing in January. So, I have my company is Undiet You. And the whole focus of Undiet You is to teach you how to fuel and nourish your body without getting on a diet. Eating healthy and whole foods that nourish your body, make you feel good, give you the vitamins and the minerals and the nutrients that you need, that's not dieting. Dieting is when you go on a diet like Optavia, like Weight Watchers, like those are the types of things that are a diet. And you're looking for something that's like that quick fix and it may give you short-term results, but it's not a long-term thing that will give you long-term results and you'll get sick of it. So Undiet You is deconstructing all of those things and saying you don't need to diet. You just need to learn how to fuel and nourish your body with good, healthy foods without dieting, and you see results and you feel amazing. All my clients know this. In January, I'm launching my 6 week signature Undiet You program. And I'm so excited about this. This is what I was telling you about. Like, I have big goals for 2025. I have never done this before. And this program is going to change hundreds and thousands of people's lives. If you are someone that wants more energy, you want to be sleeping better, you want to know what to feed your body without getting on a diet, you want to understand that, if you want to learn how to exercise properly, if you want to be in a community of support, if you want to understand all of those things, and that is something that you want, this is for you. We're going to do 6 weeks and I'm going to teach you all of those things. It's community based and you're going to learn all of the things. I'm going to teach you so much stuff. And let me tell you something. This is the most affordable program that I have ever released. You get into an app, you are in a community with a whole bunch of other people, and you're going to get access to understand and know like what to eat, what to fuel and nourish your body with. You're going to get workout programs, you're going to get an exercise plan, and you're going to get a group community call, and you're going to get the VIP if you choose to do VIP, because you're going to have access to, you can either do like general access or you can do VIP access. And if you do VIP access, you're going to get access to me. You're going to get access to live calls with me. And those live calls are going to be educational and they're going to be me answering questions as well. So in 2025, this is my goal, that these 6 weeks will transform and change hundreds and thousands of people's lives. I'm telling you, if you are someone that's stuck and you're like, I'm so confused, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't even know what to do anymore, but I need to understand how to implement these things, this is for you. You're going to lose weight, you're going to lose inches, you're going to have a lot more energy, you're going to start sleeping better, you're going to feel a lot more confident in knowing what to give your body. You're going to walk away with so much confidence because I've taught you that and then you implement. And that's what this is all about. So in January, we're starting this. And I want you to go to www.undiet.com. We're going to have it in the show notes too. But you're going to go there and you're going to find the 6-week signature program. And you're going to enroll in the 6-week signature program. And the first 100 people that enroll in this program, well, I have a special gift for you. So hurry and get on there and be one of the first 100 people to get on there, because you're going to get something very special from me if you're one of the first 100 that get on there. So the reason that I want to do this too is I want to just share a couple things. Every single person that I work with, they start feeling better within the first week to 2 weeks, depending on what's going on. And so they usually have more energy, which is, who doesn't want more energy? Like, every person that I ever talk to, they're like, yeah, I need more energy. And so you'll get more energy. And the number one thing that I want you guys to understand here is that this is not a diet. I'm not teaching you how to diet. I'm teaching you the foundations of all the things that you should know and understand in order to feel good, in order to walk away and be like, wow, I now know that it's possible for me to feel good just by learning how to eat and fuel and nourish my body so that I can feel good. So, guys, Happy New Year. I'm very excited about that. Remember, go to www.undiet.com, look for my 6-week signature program, and let's get you signed in and let's get you enrolled so that we can change 2025.